Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday, everybody. Exactly, Joanne. How are you, Joanne? Witchy, what's going on? That's no while driving. Appreciate you. Bay, I got you, Krista. I see you back there. Thank you so much for gifting those memberships. Shoot, I can't even go on my tablet to see who got them. Whoever got the whoever got the memberships from Krista, welcome to the nation, Malakas. Chris, again, thank you so much. Kitty, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Christy G. Mish, how are you? Ghost Rider, what's going on? CT Girl. Hope Norris. Every day's going good. Christina, how are you? Hey, Cat. Cat. Lady Speedwell, nice to see you again. Let's see. Carrie, how are you? Tinsel. Hey, JB, what's going on? And I think that should be everybody for right now. And let me bring up Krista. And then add this. All right. So we got the background now. We got the video up. We got Krista up. I mean, call it what you want. Call it what you want, but I call it cooking with gas, huh?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly fine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Hey,
fine.
Donna.
Okay.
If everybody can remember to hit that like button on your way in, just put your touch DNA on it for me. I appreciate you. Nobody's going to swoop in the middle of the night and swab it. Miss Potts, Annie Potts. Annie, I was going to call you after the hearing, but I was so enraged. I was like, you know what? I got to talk about this because I don't like what was said about us.
See.
Yeah, exactly, Christina. And that's the big question I'm going to have after all this is what is it that's so important that they don't want us seeing? Right? So, and why is it kind of limited to one family? I mean, I don't want to say what a possibility could be because it's a little disrespectful to the family, right? But if you think about it, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the crime scene photos are going to paint a picture in a completely different light than what the public expects, and that's what they don't want happening. This guy, James or whatever, that is kind of made the comment is one thing, but this Andrew guy that just went on and on and on and kept flapping his gums. I mean, it was literally it didn't sound like he had a leg to stand on. He was just citing past past verdicts that had happened, in cases in instances like this. But I just want to know what is so important that they don't want us seeing that, I mean, stuff has already came out, right? So we already are kind of like, you there? Or am I talking to myself?
No, I'm here. I was just
okay.
Listening. No, I agree.
So, but yeah, let's. I just want to play this. I mean, it's only like I'm going to play a little portion of this so you guys can kind of, see what I'm talking about that enraged me. Because listen, what have we done, right? Myself, Krista, everybody here in chat, everybody else that has a channel, what have we done? All we're doing is asking questions and, wanting the truth. And I don't think that is so wrong. I don't think it's wrong of somebody to ask questions. And I don't think it's wrong of somebody to want the truth. So you put those things together, that's all we've done.
Right.
At least here. I can't speak for other, creators and other people that have gone AWOL. All I've done is just ask questions and ask to see what they've done and what we as the public are supposed to see and are allowed to see.
Well,
You know what I mean?
that you lied to us. I mean, sorry that you lied to us, and now we need the truth. We want the
Yeah.
truth.
So, but yeah, we'll play this little clip and then we'll kind of discuss a little bit. But I'll go
Tell
ahead
me
and
it.
you're good. Hey, Elizabeth, everybody that just came in, I'm gonna play a little clip of the hearing today. Of the attorney kind of telling Meghan Marshall how it's, you know, our fault, you know, on why these crime scene photos should be redacted. So in that case, why? So every single homicide, right, in the United States, all the crime scene photos should be redacted. Then they should be,
Right.
you know, nobody should be able to see nothing. If that's the case here, that's basically what, you know.
And what is, like you said, what are they hiding? We're not children. We're not we're not making a lot of money off of this. At least I don't think they know. We don't get paid much, so I don't know what they think that we get.
I mean. Well, again, if the bad guy is locked up, and the threat is locked up, and nobody has anything to worry about anymore, then what's everybody freaking out about, right? What's up with this open investigation talk and this, that, and the third? You know, there's a lot of, if you listen to the verbiage, you know, if you go back and if you want to go and listen to the whole, you know, thing. I mean, we can bring up certain parts if you know. It's just that Andrew guy. I can't stand his voice. But yeah, let's go ahead and we'll play this. What's up, Joey? How are you, bud?
Everything that is in the briefing, Your Honor, I know you've reviewed it and carefully. I do want to touch on several subject matters and emphasize a few things. The subject matters are the facts of the case, the uniqueness of the case, and the application of the law to these unique facts. The facts. The city contends and has sworn testimony that it redacted all of the bodies in the case. We submit respectfully that is factually inaccurate. Blood, as a biological fact, is part of the body. There are portions of these images that show, without any blurring, pools of blood, splattered blood, dried blood, smeared blood. Blood is part of the body. It is factually inaccurate to say that the bodies were entirely blurred. The blood, of course, most of it we see in what we call in the law the death scene images. Here are the bedrooms. There are also images of blood, that splattered blood and other blood. It looks like in images I reviewed, the representative sample, there was splattered blood outside of the bedrooms. What has been sent out, unfortunately, has been sent out. But any further dissemination of information should include complete redaction of all the blood. That's part of the body. Second point I wish to emphasize is that blurring is not redacting. Your Honor has in the record, for example, in the testimony of Stacy Chapin, how incredibly harmful and emotionally damaging it is for her to see images of her son and the other murder victims that are in these images that were released and that may be released. They're in there. They're just blurred. They're just harder to see. The city could have used a black box. They could have truly redacted. But the definition of redaction, which I put in the brief, is that all of the sensitive material is taken completely out. It's not that it's blurred. So we would ask that as part of the order that the city be required to, with any further dissemination, the portions that are redacted are completely blocked out and not simply blurred.
Angel.
The uniqueness of the case. This case is unique in a couple of really important ways. One of them is that it's, as the court has acknowledged, it has garnered worldwide attention.
So?
because of the true crime industry, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and because of the prurient interest of others and the economic efforts of bloggers, the information in this case has been disseminated, used, misused, and used in ways that are incredibly harmful, both to the witnesses, others involved in this case, and my clients. I understand under Idaho law that the city cannot ask a requester why they want this information. And I understand.
But we're the problem.
Yeah, we are, apparently, allegedly.
We're the issue. Because this is a worldwide case. Now, I want somebody to explain to me what we are doing that is so hurtful and wrong to the families by looking at, not just comparing, but just looking at the information that they themselves, right, put together during their, I'll just say during their amazing investigation. Okay. That's all we're doing. We're just laying everything out and looking at the information. The same thing everybody should be doing. The same thing that, you know what I mean? Like, how is this unique, more unique than every other case is what I want to know.
Because of all the lies and the cover up. And I think because everything, it's a unique case, one, because of how it happened. They know that this is almost impossible for people to believe the time frame and the other things they're trying to make us believe. You're giving us half truths, and all we want is the rest of it. And nobody wants to see gore and blood. That's not what it's about. It's about trying to figure out if the things we've seen so far are
it's about our rights, dude. That's right. Straight up. Let's call it for what it is. It's about our rights. It's about my rights. It's about your rights. It's about my daughter's rights. It's about you know what I mean. Like, that's what it's about. And this is what they don't seem to understand on why we care so much. They honestly think like we all, want Bryan out so we can all take him, we can all go in a boat and fucking get drunk together. Like what do these people think we're asking questions for?
Have you ever heard any of you guys say, "Oh, I can't wait till Bryan's free so we can hang out. I can't wait to hang out with Bryan. I can't wait to talk to Bryan." No, it's all about literally finding out the truth. For one, it is about the victims mostly for some people, but two, in our rights as well. But the victims have rights too.
Yeah. And he said all the families have to do is not view the material if it's harmful to them. No one is forcing them to be on YouTube or go on CrimeCon or go to CrimeCon. Yeah, okay. And she brought up a good point because, like I said, Annie, I don't know if I called her or she called me this morning, but I didn't know that they went to CrimeCon. Like, the last place I would want to go if I lost a child, right, is anything to do with crime.
Are you serious? So CrimeCon happened, and they already went, and they went.
Yeah, supposedly they went to CrimeCon.
Wow.
But they don't want images coming out that. It's just absolutely, it pissed me off when I heard that, because I just kind of like, turned my head sideways. I'm like, wait, we're the problem because we asked the questions. We're the problem. So we're the reason that these crime scene photos, that the truth should be hidden. Gotcha. Okay, Mr. James.
Isn't it funny how, like, when they need us, they'll use us. And they make it then when everything comes out and it's like, oh no, there was nothing.
Yeah, who'd they run to when they were looking for the white vehicle?
Or
the public.
The lie to get out there so they could gag it and then make the rumors be our fault.
Yeah, and then the tip line, But when it comes down to us asking questions or us wanting to see, the truth, or some evidence, it's like, oh, well, wait a second here. Why? What's wrong with it? Is the truth so damning against what we're being fed that, you know what I mean?
Right. I mean, I didn't see the pictures I saw. I mean, I don't know. We could also before putting them out on anybody's platform. You could also redact them a little bit, not redact, but you can blur them out even more if you wanted to. But nobody's asking to like see full autopsy photos. At least I'm not. I just want to see where everybody's the way they were laid down, or the way they were.
I just want to see exactly. And what I want to know is what does Ethan's family not want, not want being revealed? I don't think it has anything to do with like, how
Hiding.
how terrible these photos are. I think it has to do with a fact that's going to come out because of these photos, and that's what that's what I think it is. But
I mean,
oh my, Kaylee's brother is right. Kaylee's brother is engaged to a true crime. The irony in that is wild. So back here, if you can just back it up like a minute, just like a minute prior from the end of this video, I just want to hear him go over his bases one more time. Just like rewind a minute.
Used in ways that are incredibly harmful.
You gotta keep going back.
Go back.
Yeah, keep going. That's good. Play it from my hair.
That may be released. They're in there. They're just blurred. They're just harder to see. The city could have used a black box. They could have truly redacted. But the definition of redaction, which
what is wrong with the blurs? I don't know what does he mean? What is wrong with the blurs?
I think so. Well, okay. So remember the one picture where it's a picture of the bed and then the body's blurred out.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about, the blurs.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but what's wrong with that though? It's not like we can see past the blur, but it'd be good. It's a good way for us to see how people are laying a little. You know what I mean? Nobody said take off the blurs. I think that's the best way to do it, because you really aren't seeing anything. We saw the one picture with Xana. We couldn't tell much from that. And then just draw a body, like a stick figure over, and tell us where the wounds are, or if they can tell us the truth. I'm just saying.
Is that all of the sensitive material is taken completely out. It's not that it's blurred. So we would ask that as part of the order that the city be required to, with any further dissemination, the portions that are redacted are completely blocked out and not simply blurred.
So you want to hide the splatter, is what you're saying?
So yes. So he wants it blacked out to where it not just hides, in my opinion, it doesn't just hide the body; it hides what's around the body as well, and important little details like that.
Like how he was saying about the droplets and stuff, the splatter. No, you want to hide what happened and how it happened, and that's obvious because there's no reason.
I'm not some sick person, right? That wants to sit there and see pictures of dead people and stuff. It's the fact of seeing how this crime happened, and
this makes it worse.
Understanding the true fact of seeing how this crime happened.
Oops, did I just do that?
And what's going on there.
This makes it worse.
Understanding the true fact of seeing how. Yeah, I don't know what you just did. All right, let me unmute her. You there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Something was going. I started hearing myself, and then.
Because I'm watching the stream, so I could see the chat, and then I accidentally hit share the screen.
Let me know when you bring it up again. I'll pull it up. Yeah, that was weird. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, I watched the stream so I could see the thing, and then I hit this.
All right, so I'm not going crazy, lady. Like, I think we're the least of the worries. I just don't see. But here's the thing: let's blame the true crime community, right? Little old over here that gets the scraps, and we're just really good at putting the scraps together. But MSM is fine because the narrative they put out is always, what they want. So that's not how it should be. It's a crock of shit.
I mean, they're not the only ones that complain about. I mean, everybody complains about the fact that, they get mad because we don't have bosses. They get mad because we don't have to edit our stuff. They get mad. I'm talking about mainstream media where the ones that tell the lies and have to answer to people, and they get mad because they go to school, they make less money than us, some of them, and they tell lies. They were literally this whole time we're nothing it's perpetuating lies. Not us, them.
It's because it's because they want this to go to, they want this to basically be laid to rest and go away, and people to stop talking about it. And it's just.
But we're different. We're not mainstream media. We're ones that actually like.
I understand. I'm just telling you what what they want here. So and the question is why? Why? Well, what's so damn important that you don't want out? Right? That's going to be shown in these photos. So let's play the rest of the video real quick.
Of the case. This case is unique in a couple of really important ways.
Huh?
No, I was saying, what's up with Doc?
One of them is that it comes. It's, as the court has acknowledged, it has garnered worldwide attention.
Wow.
Because of the true crime industry, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and because of the prurient interest of others and the economic benefit efforts of bloggers, the information in this case has been disseminated, used, misused, and used in ways that are incredibly harmful, both to the witnesses, others involved in this case, and my clients. I understand under Idaho law that the city cannot ask a requester why they want this information. And I understand.
Unbelievable. You're going to sit there and you're going to blame the true crime industry. I'm sorry. I just found that part absolutely sickening. And like I said, if you want to watch the full thing, you can go view the whole hearing, but Andrew, the other guy, really says a whole bunch of nothing. This guy, he put the blame, he's the one that came out with the blame and what kind of set me off.
The other guy made me more mad. I think he was more insulting.
Can't blame anyone when it's the law. When it gets released. Yeah, exactly. So, I really don't see their argument here.
Mm-mm.
I want the information because Constitution says I can ask for it, Mr. James. Exactly. So, if you go back, I mean, it was only, I think, like an hour and a half, maybe, of the hearing of them complaining and bitching and moaning about why it should be redacted. But I mean, their argument was piss poor.
Was there anybody on our side? Was there a counsel there for us, the people, or no? I didn't.
Well, I believe there was a lady there from. I gotta go look at her.
Like the city or something? Like, where's the media?
No. You mean like somebody?
For us, the people.
No. It's not. No. That's not how. This is not how this.
So what?
This thing operates.
And she gets to. What about us? What about saying no, these people deserve their rights? We don't want to. I don't know. I guess.
There was a lady in the bottom right hand corner. There was a lady in the bottom right hand corner that was. I don't know if she was representing. I don't know if she was representing the the county or the state. Yeah, no one was representing the people.
Not at all. We're out of here going, wait, what? Hello, we're over here. Why we deserve
I'm just over here what is so damn important? What? I mean, stuff's already out, right? I mean, stuff's already coming out. Judges already, they've already, done shit with that. But so I just want to know specifically with Ethan, okay, what the family's so scared of us. It's not just seeing, but knowing, because I've always said it's just weird how Ethan was naked. I find that, I just find it odd, and I get people sleep naked, right? Everybody wants to say that, yada yada yada. But food was supposedly ordered from his phone, so they would have been waiting for the food.
The dog was barking.
But yeah, he's butt ass naked and just socks. And that's where I have the problem, because my mind goes to
What happened to him?
did so no did so well why did he take why did he take his clothes off? And we heard about something like this happening in that instance where those three, well, I think it was 3 or 4 people after the Kansas City Chiefs game.
Oh,
They must have done they must have done some kind of stuff, and it was laced with I believe fentanyl, and they started
yeah.
like taking off, they started stripping down, yada yada yada. And then I remember the text messages from, I don't know if it was from Dylan or to Dylan or something about like Ethan's stuff, Ethan's stuff, right? So like, you know what I mean? And I don't know if maybe that's something they don't want coming out, the fact that maybe they're,
I mean,
I don't know.
even they were probably like, all right, think about it, you're out all night, right? You're probably drinking, you just ate, then you want to go to bed. You probably do. I mean, they probably slept naked. I mean, you know what I mean? They were probably just getting ready to lay down, because the last thing I want to do is stay awake after I've eaten and I was out all night. He might have been just ready to go to sleep. But like you said, they started getting they froze to death and all that. Yeah. But I mean, we're not asking to see his body. We're not asking to see his naked body, right? I mean,
that's what I mean. Even if they want complete blacked out boxes, I just want, all I want is, even if you just blur, right?
yeah.
The bodies out, and we can just see, how they were positioned and how this went down, other than, you telling us they were all sleeping and Bryan just saying, yep, they were all sleeping when I did it. Yep. When
I mean,
obviously,
how do they expect you to believe that now? After all the stuff that has come out already, the dog barking like that, how could they be asleep before and after? So we already know that they weren't.
yeah.
We already know that he was.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't yet, go put your like or go put your touch DNA in a like button for me, real quick. Appreciate you. Annie said, when did Ethan and Xana get there? Because it wasn't at 2 a.m., 2:30, 3, 4 a.m. No mention. Dylan is sure they are not there, and Xana's door was wide open. So if they're not home by these times, Annie, actually let me drop the link in case anybody wants to come up.
Do you think that was them coming home in that in the other what is it, the Jeep or whatever Hunter's Chapin's?
Here's my thing: if they came home after 4, right? Then how did they order DoorDash and it comes so damn quick?
They love
now,
it. For them.
Now I get you can order DoorDash, like I get you can order DoorDash from what's it called?
The computer, maybe a laptop. I mean, how could they get somebody have his account to order? To make it look like they came in there.
Yeah. Frank, go fucking jump in a lake or something, dude, you weirdo. What's up, Meg? Better late than never, huh? Thanks for finally joining us.
It was weird. That,
just kidding, Meg.
No mention of them at all. Like Dylan. Because they would have seen them come home, right? So they could have ordered it on their way home from wherever they were, and then.
I mean, that's true, but I thought Xana ate. I thought Xana ate like right around 12, 1 o'clock. So, you know what I mean? To be hungry again, I don't know. It's just the timing doesn't add up. It's weird as fuck.
Do you think that they were maybe derugged?
Yo, Annie, what's up? You there, Mike Myers?
Hello.
Hi.
Uh-oh. We're not going to do this, are we? Hello? No, she's up on her computer or her phone. You there, Annie?
I'm not on my computer.
You're not?
Not on my computer.
You sound good now.
No.
Yo, freaking your buddy was in my backstage trying to get up here and talk.
Who?
Frankie boy.
What buddy?
Frankie boy.
Frank?
Yeah.
I didn't even know Frank was still around. No shit.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I didn't even know he still existed. Like, what the dude? Go do something. So can you explain what you were telling me this morning about how they weren't home?
Well,
You there,
okay.
Annie?
To me, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you not hear me? Okay. Okay. I was going to say, I'm literally on my phone. There should be no issues.
You sound amazing. You sound really good.
I'm good.
Oh, okay, cool. So the only thing that's been bugging me is, as I look through the reports between MPD, ISP, body cam, I'm not seeing anywhere where Dylan and Bethany are talking about Ethan and Xana getting home. They're talking about when Kaylee and Maddie get home. They're talking about when they walk the dog. They're talking about the approximate time that Maddie is looking for the dog. Dylan is talking about the approximate time that Kaylee is going upstairs to go to bed around 4 a.m. and then all of a sudden comes running back. And there's still no mention of when Ethan and Xana got there. But in one of these reports, Dylan is sure that I think it's like between 2 and 3 a.m. Ethan and Xana are still not there. She's sure they're not there because their door is wide open and no one's there. The light's off and the door is wide open. So it's just really interesting, like where we still haven't gotten like a definitive on when those two arrived at the residence exactly.
Yeah. And again, I'm just trying to think, like, you figured they would have been at home and then been like, let's order some food, especially if what's her name already ate. So, yeah. The whole ordering of the DoorDash from Ethan's phone still puzzles me.
Isn't it weird that
Yeah.
both Hunter's phones were there, apparently?
Say again?
Apparently both Hunter Johnson and the other Hunter's phones were both in that house for 2 days or since the party or something. Like, well, Hunter Johnson's phone was there, right?
I know one of the Hunter's phones was there all night, supposedly.
Do you think maybe he had Ethan's account to throw everything off? Like maybe they ordered because they're best friends. He might have had Ethan's account that he could.
No, because we saw the crime scene photo of the picture of the DoorDash bag that said Xana.
Yeah, but you can say my name's Anna. I'm ordering from Willie's account. You know what I mean? Or like, what's your name? Oh, it's Krista. For the bag, right? I'm sure
confused. So you're saying Hunter ordered the food for Xana?
Well, no, to make it look like they were coming home to eat. They came home to eat, right? Like, all right, say like I could have my husband's DoorDash account on my phone, or
I understand what you're saying, but I'm trying to figure out what the end game is by doing that.
Well,
Because now you're bringing somebody to the home now, right, onto the property, and then somebody must have came and met this person or came and got the food and brought it in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, if we're going to say that they probably weren't even, I don't think they were there. I don't think they ordered that DoorDash. I think that was part of this setup thing. I don't know. Because again, like why nobody saw them come in. It was or about 4 o'clock. The food got dropped off at 3:59, right? They're apparently still up, going upstairs to go to sleep. But nobody saw the unaliver come in. Nobody saw Ethan and Xana come in. So it's like maybe, according to them, maybe they did DoorDash orders just to make it look like, to set up a later time of them being unalived or something, or to keep it all.
I'm not going to get into like the whole, somebody set this up and this was set up because like we'll be here for 10 hours talking about what could have might have happened. I'm just trying to figure out like, why, because it had to be done from Ethan's phone. So
it didn't have to be done.
It's Ethan's account.
I know,
but it didn't have to be done. Okay.
I could go on your phone and give you my account. You could go on and log onto my stuff if you wanted to, if I gave it to you.
Okay.
On your phone. you know, at one point. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if they're all ordering from DoorDash a lot and like, oh, Dylan, what do you want? Bethany, what do you want?
Nobody's gonna give somebody's account to, like, it doesn't even sound like Hunter and him were like, you know, that close where you're gonna give your account to your boy to order food for you. I don't know. It just, that doesn't make too much sense to me. Annie, what do you think about this guy, you know, calling you know, but basically blaming the true crime community? Mr. James.
You know, here's my problem with Mr. James. I don't even have a problem with him. I just think he had a weak, I think he had a weak argument. Because he's trying to say that like blood is still part of the body, right? Maybe when it's inside of you, but when your blood has left your body and it is now all over a crime scene, whether you are a victim or the perpetrator, that blood is now being collected as evidence. And it's going to be used to put someone in jail. So it's no longer your blood. It's key evidence in a legal case. So to me, his argument is weak AF, but that's just my opinion. I don't know why they're choosing to blame the true crime people. It's wild to me because one of the people here, one of the plaintiffs, literally goes to CrimeCon. So it's wild.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane. And then Andrew's argument was even
listen,
weaker.
I'm outside for a minute and I'm gonna mute for a second because these ain't my kids, but they're screaming. So I'm gonna mute for a minute.
You're good. And now I heard, and then somebody said in chat that they're doing a meet and greet at CrimeCon. Like, what? A meet and greet because your child was murdered?
Who Maisie
I have a problem with that.
Well, like Annie said, once somebody leaves the body, why can't we see the splatter? That's the whole point. Like to see how things allegedly went down. Maybe. No. This makes me, if they're hiding him now, it's like, why this case? Why don't you're going to do it for all the other cases? Because that's not cool. You know what I mean? Now it's like, it makes you want to even say it more because it's like, now what are you hiding then? Because now you really make me think something's up.
Well, what's even crazier to me, though, too, is that, you know, they don't seem to be arguing about the mainstream media, the gatekeepers getting the information, who will only release very specific things that have been edited, cropped, whatever. You know what I mean? They don't have a problem with those people getting the information or having access to it. You know,
So,
it's wild to me. It's so hypocritical, in my opinion.
thank you. Exactly. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying before. Is, you know, they have no problem with MSM getting everything and coming out with their bullshit narratives, but God forbid, you know, God forbid the people with common sense that could put, you know, 2 blocks together can see shit. It's not just hypocritical. It's disgusting. You know, because it's so blatant what he's saying. You know,
I don't think the judge is buying it though. In my
opinion. She had like a disgusted look, like that look right there. She had like on her face the whole time.
You know, if anything, Megan will do everything she can possibly do to try to assist them. I'm almost sure of it. Just my opinion.
Oh, really? That's right. Well, yeah, because she's the one that signed off on the damn warrant, right?
She's the one who signed off on the original TRO. She's the one who initially put in the gag order. She's the one who Shannon Gray had to go argue to about the gag order being violated and somebody leaking shit. So, yeah, she's from Jump who handled this. She's the one who put out everything for Bryan, warrants, all that shit. Yep.
Yeah, so she just has resting. She must just have resting bitch face then, because she looks like a turtle. I don't like her.
People need to argue for the people. I didn't see any of that, but I guess I don't know what this hearing's supposed to look like. Like, doesn't she take into consideration we the people and why this case, like why this isn't unique? This is just another case. It's unique in the fact that you guys have twisted everything and you let mainstream media tell lies and then blame us for it. Blame the content creators that didn't know any better for it. when they're still
I think the thing that bothers me the most is like the emotional gaslighting. I don't
Yeah,
appreciate that this guy is like, why do they want pictures of the children? You know, it's like they're not children, dude. Stop saying that they're children. They're not. And
exactly.
I'm
Like
not
we're
trying to be
sick or
insensitive.
yeah, like we're sick or something.
Nobody
You know?
said. I get it. It's so fucking insulting.
It really is, and that's what pissed me off. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go live about this asshole because he's sitting here blaming us, like, you know, we did this shit. Like, get out of here, dude. You
The
know,
other guy was just as bad too. He was just.
they
as
were
bad.
adults, exactly, Gemini. They were adults. What were their
Looking at
ages again? 19, 20, 21. Like,
24 or 23, I think.
like that's adults.
That's not
So
the it's not the first time too. He's done a couple of interviews prior to this hearing, and he says it in the interviews too. He keeps referring to them as the children. And it's mind-blowing to me because I'm like, you got to be kidding me. It's like, to me, I just see it as like emotional gaslighting, like emotional manipulation. You're using very specific words when you're saying the children, and you know none of them are actually children.
Hitting all the keywords.
yeah,
I don't get it. I don't understand why they want to see that. I pay attention. We want to see it. It's called investigative in journalism. Some people.
that's
Some
what I'm
people
saying. Like he's acting like people want to like get off on it. Like, dude,
That's-
come on, man. You know,
we're free labor. We are free labor. We're a free mock jury for people when there's cases like that.
again, I think it's more. I think it's more of what. I think it's more of the story the pictures will paint rather than what the pictures show.
That's
Like
absolutely-
is what they're worried about.
Yep.
That's just my. I don't know. That's
Well,
just
No,
I
that's
guess
obvious.
what gets me is like they don't mind Howard Bloom talking about it, writing books about it. They don't mind meeting with James Patterson so that James Patterson can write a book about it.
you don't mind Bryan
They have no
Anthony
problem
going
with
on it.
other people, doing documentaries about it and making millions of dollars off of that.
Right.
It's just you tinfoil hat conspiracy theorists. You guys are the ones who we don't want seeing it. And it's funny, they think they have a right to limit who's allowed to see the information when the Constitution itself fucking protects us from people
Yeah.
being able to do that. You know, you don't get to limit the information to specific people.
Exactly. It's okay if they do it, but you know, us because we're, you know, I don't know. Again, I just find it funny that you know that they're so threatened by us because we can, you know, put two and two together. You know,
But I guarantee it. If if people keep going and figuring things out, and that the family start to, well, they should already see the lies. They should appreciate the things that we do. I'm being honest. Like, we are literally doing the work for them, not me.
well, have you noticed? Well,
Yeah.
have you noticed? Steve hasn't really came out and spoken in a while.
I hope that's because he's processing, and he's, you know, it would be nice if he would reach out privately to somebody like you, or, you know, and say, look, I'm sorry, but like, I'm so exhausted. You know, I know that they've lied to us. I'm sorry that, you know, we ran with it. I don't know, something, because
You
I
don't
feel
gotta
like energy.
You don't gotta reach out to me. You gotta figure out. You know, he needs to. You know, he just needs to come to peace with everything. But the problem is, you know, he has to be okay with them
He never
basically
gonna be
blaming Bryan for this and Bryan only. And you know, if he
I
sees
just
what
wanna
we
know-
see, then
I just want to know when becoming, when did becoming, even if you are a conspiracy theorist, even if you have a TikTok, a YouTube, you do nothing but fucking adjust your tinfoil hat all day long. You wear one in your videos. When exactly did that become a reason for a person to not be able to exercise their right to obtain public information that they have a right to FOIA? I don't understand why this man is arguing as though being a conspiracy theorist is somehow a legal basis to prevent someone from gaining access to information. It's wild to me. It's fucking wild.
And I like what you said. I didn't realize that once the blood leaves the body, like, how can and plus they've already shown us some of that, right? But yeah, I didn't realize it. Think of it like that, because, you know, yeah. I mean,
It's evidence in the crime that was used to put someone away for life. It's not your blood anymore. It was collected by a crime scene technician and
There you go.
analyzed and used as
And-
evidence.
And we were used and lied to us about everything that put him in there. The whole case for 3 years. Well, not lied, let us believe a lie. So why? Of course, we're not going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, now we trust you. Sure.
I just don't get the argument about being a conspiracy theorist. So what? And
No.
even if 1 million conspiracy theorists have a channel and use the information to fucking have their own tinfoil hat conspiracy theory, and
Yeah, and
what's the
exactly.
legal basis? I'm not hearing a legal
You just said
foundational
it.
argument here, is the point I'm getting at.
I
Exactly.
hope she realizes that.
Just because you say it's unique, doesn't, where's the legal foundation? And I don't think there is any.
The $1 million industry comes from the mainstream morons and CrimeCon. Believe me, we're like the lemon on the table with that scenario. We're not doing this because we make millions. That's the liars like Nancy Disgraceful and all. That's where that money comes from. Not, yeah, it's great. It's good. But like, I think people start doing this because they care. And
Yeah.
because we care. And, it's just really sad that these poor people, no matter what they were doing, obviously they didn't deserve any of this, but they also deserve to have the truth be told and what really happened, and not to have the people that actually did this out there and have people be able to cover it up. And if the families aren't willing to, that's fine. We'll do it for them. They've been lied to, gaslit. They've lost their children, their kids. But it's not fair to us to have to sit here and think like we're going to be a Bryan one day, where it keeps happening in every state.
Like, it's wild to me though, because I don't even have to, I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend like I want the information, because, feelings and emotions. I want the information because I am constitutionally, legally entitled to it. And I don't need to give an explanation as to why I want it, because I want it, because that's why, because I'm entitled to it. That's why. It's just that simple. I don't need to have a reason, and I don't need to explain it.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah, that's the only answer, we need. That's
whatever it is. Like, whatever the answers is, that's fine. We'll take that. We'll deal with it. Like, we're not going to go in a corner and cry because we might find out that Bryan's actually guilty. Like you said, it's not even about that at all. Now, what's going to keep me up at night is like what Annie said. Fuck you. You don't need to get you wrote the Constitution. We don't need to give you a reason. I just feel like it's very insulting. Like, this is insulting to me that could make it seem like
it is insulting. How damn dare you try and tell anybody what they are and are not entitled to legally? Like, I could understand if people were actually requesting unredacted photos of bodies that they want to then disperse all over the internet. To my knowledge, I don't think anybody I know, including myself, has asked for that. I'm fine with them blurring out the bodies. If that's what they feel they need to do, and they have a statute and legal right in their state to do that, great. But the argument that this guy was making about like a naked woman on a body cam, right? Does he not realize that every body cam ever on YouTube, the other people are blurred out, even if it's a naked chick, even if it's someone who's not involved, they're blurred out. They already do that. That's already done. So I don't understand what he wants things completely edited out. Portions of the videos and photos completely edited out.
Man, that's bullshit.
You understand the difference? Bullshit. He wants the city to have to go in and literally edit out entire portions before they release it, which is absurd.
Yeah, no, screw that. So there we go. So we're getting edited shit again. Unbelievable. Because what? We don't, and then they're and then like you said, what legal foundation did they lay today? What's the reason that,
the only statute he provided the only thing he provided had to do with a right to privacy, which they already abided by when they did the blurring. He's trying to argue that blurring isn't redacting. The fact of the matter is, if they didn't
What?
blur it, aka redact, blurring is redacting. If they didn't
see
do
it
that,
all.
they would have released it. We'd see it all. Bingo.
Yeah.
So clearly redacting was done. That's why the blurring was done, because they were protecting other people's fucking privacy rights by doing it.
Exactly, Earth. Yeah. That's just, like you said, it was insulting to hear it. And I was like, did he really just say that shit? But yet, like you said, I'm thinking in the back of my head, it's okay for Nancy Disgrace or, News Nation or Brian Enton or, any of these guys to, use photos because their narratives are always bullshit, always going in the same direction. But as soon as, we get a hold of something, the house is on fire. Come on, get the fuck out of here. No. She needs to, I know you're saying she's going to, she's probably going to go into the favor of the family, the attorney here, but I hope she really thinks this over, because he laid
Well, it's
nothing.
wild because even the other guy there made the argument that, like, basically,
Andrew?
even if you side with them, right, and you force
Mhm.
us to do this, that's probably going to open us up to some kind of lawsuits, right? So we'd probably have no other choice than to appeal your decision. And I thought it was interesting that he made it a point multiple times to mention that they would probably appeal it, because they don't want to get sued either. They understand that the statute in Idaho is clear. If there is a FOIA request for this, if there is a public records request for information that the public is legally entitled to, they have to abide by the statute and give it, even with limited redactions and blurring and things like that. So, if she sides with the Laramies and the Chapins on this, unfortunately, that could actually open up Moscow to a bunch of lawsuits, because then the statute itself is being violated and they are not upholding the public records requests. They're not honoring them.
Yeah. Yeah, man. The Andrew guy, the other, the other guy, the other attorney, I don't like that guy at all. Like, every time he spoke, I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna punch my screen. He just went
I mean,
on,
I thought
and then
the
he
other
kept
guy,
looking down and like, I don't know. It's just the way he did it. I didn't like it. So she's a real judge.
I thought he
She's
had a
not
really good argument. He wasn't going to put himself in a situation of commenting on AKA conspiracy theorists, AKA, true crime sleuths. He didn't really want to get into the realm of that.
That
His
part was
only
already done.
comment was like, I don't know why people want it, but the fact is they're entitled to it, and we have to honor it when they put in a request for it. We have to abide by it. And, it's not up to us to ask people why they want the information. Right? So, I mean, I thought he did a really good job arguing it. He made it abundantly clear. If it were up to us, we wouldn't want to release it either, but we have to, because that's what we're ordered to do.
Well, who was the lady that was there? You said her name down in the chat.
Mia?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Mia, but Mia Batista. She's something for like Moscow public information or whatever. She handles like all of that stuff. That's why she was there. The other guy was recently just brought in.
Yeah. The knife was cleaned. What knife? Supposedly they never recovered a knife. They only have a sheath. Unless you mean the knife that was on the beer pong table. How come that was never collected as evidence? Like then
I just think it's wild that this attorney.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about this for a minute. The attorney that argued for the Laramies and the Chapins, an attorney, actually thought that what Moscow should have done is just edited and redacted even though they know technically that would be violating the statute that's on the books, right? They should have taken it upon themselves to do that anyway. And this guy's a lawyer, and he thinks that they should have violated statute from jump and just black boxed out everything and edited everything before they released it to the, in response to the public records requests. Isn't that wild? Like,
That's
he was
absolutely
literally
insane.
arguing almost that they should have done this from the beginning, even though technically under any other case they wouldn't.
Hmm.
This one's special. This one, just this one.
Yeah, this one
Basically,
is unique.
I want to know how many other cases this guy's taken in Idaho where he has argued for a family that all of the gory crime scene images need to be fully never released to the public ever. I want to know how many other cases he has argued that same argument on in Idaho.
Yeah, you should look. You should look it up. It should be all public, right? The game might be on a little bit of a delay.
No, sorry, I went to shut my window because them kids are screaming out there.
Oh, the ones. Oh, yeah, the ones that you were telling me about. What the hell is going on with them?
I mean, it's just the neighborhood kids,
got-
man.
yeah,
They live in the building next door and they're feral.
They're feral.
Literally, bro. Literally feral.
Funny as hell.
Can you hear
Oh my god.
I have the window open. You can't hear anything, can you? Like, I can hear the boardwalk from here, but I don't know if you guys can. That's why I they don't mute. Do you hear any background noise?
Not really. Somebody has like some kind of like scratchy something in their mic, but it's not overwhelming. Sounds like
I'm just on my regular phone.
I don't know.
It might have been my fan, but I shut it off though. I'll shut the window.
Yeah, maybe.
But either way, I mean, it is what it is, dude. The way that I look at it is, I thought it was kind of a weak argument.
Mhm.
I feel like,
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Is it was a weak argument, and if this judge should does her job properly, then it should be an easy decision. But you're saying, I mean, from her past, it just doesn't seem like it's. It seems like it's all going to be redacted. They're gonna go clip out everything, and we're gonna get edited, body cam, edited this, edited that. We'll probably never see the feed.
I think the other guy argued pretty good and made it clear to her, like, if you did do that, like, if you side with them and order us to do that, we'll abide by your order, but we also may have to appeal it, especially if we start getting sued, was like the gist of what he's telling the judge. Like,
Same here,
we can be sued for that, even if you order it. Technically, these people, can sue us.
Mm.
So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, he made it abundantly clear they would probably have to appeal. He said that more than once, and did mention that
what do you think it is?
leave them open for lawsuit.
Well, what do you think it is? Do you think it's truly like just like because the pictures depict their son, or do you think it's kind of a bigger reason of why they want this redacted?
Look, at this point, dude, at this point, I have no idea. Okay, right? I guess I'm not even going to try and guess what the motivation is for why these people do what they do. Okay, Any of them, it doesn't matter to me who it is, any of them involved, family, law enforcement, whoever. Okay, I don't understand the motivations. I'm not going to try to even figure it out. I do think that it's super, super interesting that they are just fine with very specific people having the information, and outside of those specific people who will push a certain narrative and not question anything, those are the only people they want to have it. The people who don't ask questions, anyone who does ask questions, they don't want those people to have the information.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, it's like propaganda 101. You're using emotional manipulation emotional gaslighting, calling them children when they're not, claiming because, conspiracy theories and fucking true crimers. This is special circumstances, which is just, in my opinion, it's a horseshit argument. It's not a legal argument.
Yeah. And like I said, I just hope that it's not granted, but I don't have high hopes that it's not going to be, just because it's this case. In this case, everything goes in the opposite direction that you want it to. So, again, it's almost the end of August, and I think it's September 3rd, I believe, is the deadline for the appeal. So my question is, if no appeal happens by September 3rd, hypothetically, does Bryan still have anything else in his bag, or is he just he's going away? He's gone forever. That's it. Anybody know?
Who are you talking to?
You guys, because I don't know.
I think somebody said earlier that it's not over after that date. I don't know if it's no. I mean, that's just what I saw in the chat, but I don't know if that.
I guess it all comes down to whether or not you do something civil. If you'd file some kind of civil suit against like feds or state, or I have no idea. I guess we'll see. Post-conviction relief.
Yeah, but post-conviction relief, that can still happen even though the person pleads guilty? I guess so, right?
I guess it all depends if you feel you have a case or something for, with your rights being violated. And that was something, and new evidence, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, phenomenal.
There is evidence. So wait a second. If somebody took the blood samples that are sitting there, right, and ran them and came up with names, is that not new evidence?
I guess it all depends in what context. Who ran it?
You know what I mean?
Was it done like who ran it though?
I don't know.
I guess it all depends.
And it just pisses me off that no blood was looked into here.
I mean,
didn't she find the stuff about Dylan, the stuff in Dylan's room after he pleaded? Isn't that count as new evidence? No.
What do you mean? You mean the?
Well, I heard she found out about the evidence.
Oh, like
Dylan's
the items of yeah.
Yes, after he pleaded, doesn't that count or no? Like, sounds like new evidence to me.
Yeah, but I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough to like warrant. But here's my problem, right? So if new evidence, like it warrants a new trial, but he never went to trial. So it's like, would he then go in front of a judge like Hitler, or would this go? Would it be, with the Supreme? Like there's just this. I just feel like this direction was so much more complicated than just fighting this out at trial. If you truly. There is a ton of reasonable doubt. We don't have to guess or not. We just look at the goddamn paperwork. We can read it. I just don't know why you don't take this.
All the reasonable doubt in the world doesn't take away the fact that when he was asked to his face by the judge,
I get it.
Are you saying you did this because it's true? Well, that kind of leaves it. He says yes. That puts all of us in a pickle now, doesn't it?
Exactly. And then they ask him, but then when they ask him, did you do it like, you did it like this, you did it alone? Yes. I don't believe him, just because I believe there was multiple people involved. So, he can try to take credit as this whatever, but I'm not buying it. I believe that that there was if there's multiple weapons involved, that tells me, in my opinion, there's multiple people involved, which means that the full justice was not carried out here for these victims, and that's what we shouldn't be okay with, because how is that right? That, again, you said it over and over, Annie. The blood, three samples that they just were like, that's. Where have you ever heard of that in another case? Never.
I mean, as far as we know, based on all the documents, there's 2 specifically that were never subjected to CODIS or IGG. So that's, interesting. But then Bicca Barlow says that even prior to Koberger's arrest, there were at least 3 to 4 male profiles uploaded to CODIS. So, at this point, like I said,
What's up, Twiz?
all I know is that if, unfortunately, he was asked, did you do it? Are you sure?
No,
Are you saying you
that's
did
what I
it
mean.
because
That's
that's the truth? Like,
well, that's
Hitler kind of laid down a good record for like, are you sure? Are you sure?
well,
Sure. Are you sure?
yeah.
Sure. Sure.
I'm
So
I'm with you. That's why I don't slight anybody that thinks he's guilty. I mean, again, he could be possibly guilty. I have no idea. It's just I'm just saying flat out. There's multiple people involved in this crime, and I
well, I don't believe Bryan when he tries to sit here and say like, yep, just me. Nope, yeah, 3 minutes. Yeah,
2 minutes, 3
exactly. I
minutes.
did do that in 2
Sure.
fucking minutes, 90 seconds. I cleaned everything up there. It's exactly how they say. Which is just, I don't believe him either. But then that also enforces the state saying, well, he's a fucking liar and we wouldn't believe what he says anyway.
Yeah.
Right? If we don't believe him, well, doesn't that just reinforce the state saying we wouldn't believe anything he says either? He's a fucking liar. Wild, huh? Wild.
Yeah. It's just insanity to me. But then again, when we ask questions and start questioning things, this starts happening. Lawyers start popping up and wanting to redact stuff from us. He wants black boxes over stuff in the photos and in the videos and stuff. Like, dude, get out of here, man. It's already like you said, Danny. It's already redacted. The blurs,
The blurs are
that's
the
already a
redaction.
redactment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why do
So-
you want to hide the blood of it?
What
Why you
makes
wanna
him a
hide the
liar?
blood?
Karen.
Man.
What makes him a liar? Well, Karen, what makes him a liar is he's saying he did this in 90 seconds because he's agreeing that the way the state says this crime happened is all true. And I know he's lying. He did not do this in 90 seconds. Even if he's agreeing he did, the way that it happened is a lie. In my opinion, that's just my opinion based on like the limited crime scene photos and stuff we've seen. He's a fucking liar. He wants everybody to think he's some, fucking Jason Bourne / John Wick / Michael Myers ninja all in one, wrapped up in this, little fucking package. And I just don't, I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. I'm cool that he was there. I'm cool with him saying, yep, I did it. Okay, great. Awesome. Now tell us about your friends who were with you.
Yeah, no, he's not that guy.
How did he get in and out without anybody seeing him as well? You know what I mean? I wonder what he would have had. Like if
Well,
he said,
supposedly that was his car. Well, supposedly that was his car speeding away. So,
no, I know. If they would have said, if he would have said those questions, like I pleaded guilty, but no. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
probably wouldn't have been able to go.
I just want him to have to, okay, cool. You were there, Bryan. Awesome. So who are these 2 other guys bleeding at the crime scene with you? Who helped you clean it up? Because they're saying that you cleaned up.
And that's what should have, that's what he should have had to do. He should have had to tell them where the knife is, tell them who he was with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And according to them, the reason we didn't ask him any of that is because he's a fucking liar. And he wouldn't tell the truth anyway.
And then people say, "Oh, they didn't do that because they don't have to." It's not about having to or not, right?
Why should we believe him now then?
It's unbelievable. But like I said, I just wanted
to ask him. But hear me out. Even if you don't have to ask him, you're not legally required. Okay, great. But he's coming to you. Him and his team are coming to you looking for a deal. And you are completely sure 1,000,000% that you can prove it's him. If he doesn't fucking deserve death, number one, who does? right? Why would you
Exactly.
ever give him a deal?
Right,
Why
right,
would you
right,
not tell him to just go piss right off into the sun? You know,
right.
much less you would say, listen, even though we don't have to legally require you to
Mm-hmm.
allocute, we're gonna need to know exactly what you did here and where's the weapon and where are your clothes and who are the other two men that were bleeding at the crime scene with you. It should just be standard that he would have to give that information up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When is so when will she make her decision? Will it just be kind of whenever?
I have no idea. She said she was taking it under advisement, and until she makes a decision, it's enforced. It's staying in place until she decides.
So that's so fucked up. So it could be who knows when.
So they can still
Wow.
they can still release stuff and respond to people's public records requests, but you're not going to get any photos of the bedrooms at all.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
The two key places, the two key rooms, right? We're not
Yeah.
going to get any of those.
I mean, we did get at least, I don't know if they took them back now or whatever, but at least we saw the one that had, stuff on the wall and stuff on the bed. So, but anyway, I just wanted to do a quick live to just kind of react and respond to this James asshole.
All right. Well, I'm going to hop down. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Have an awesome
I
day.
appreciate you coming up. Thanks for your opinion.
Talk
Later,
to you
homie.
later. Bye, Krista.
Later. She there?
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, actually.
Sometimes I don't.
But yeah, I appreciate you coming up and helping me out. I just want to kind of play this part because this part really irked me, and I don't think us as a true crime community are the problem. I think all of us are, in my opinion, the solution.
Yeah.
Because again, MSM, you have 3-4 people that read off teleprompters that all have their own stuff going on, yada yada yada. Here we can all get together. I think at one point in the live, there was like 600 people here. So if we had to figure something out, 600 people get together and put our minds together, that's what they're afraid of. But guess what? Too damn bad.
Right.
Okay, because that's life. Just because you guys want to try to hide stuff behind a curtain, and we just want to see the truth
And transparency.
Yep.
I always
too damn, that's too damn bad.
It's just not fair to, it isn't fair to the families, but it's also, like you said, if it's not to hide something, then what are you, they're hiding something. So what else would it be that they wanted to do it for this case,
Exactly. Yeah.
Victims,
Yeah. I gotcha. But yeah, if you haven't yet, everybody in chat, hit the like on your way out. Krista, thank you again for gifting 5 memberships, and everybody who got them, welcome to the nation. But yeah, I think tomorrow's Friday.
Yep.
So I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow, but I might go live like Saturday or Sunday, depending, obviously depending on whatever happens. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming by. Just wanted to, like I said, give my opinion on what that jerk off said. And yeah, thanks for coming up again and help me out, Krista. I'll probably hit you up later on or something.
All right, see you guys
Later, homie. Yeah. I see how it is, Lana. I see how it is. I'm just playing. Love you too. See you guys. I'm gonna go get something to eat, and then probably gonna take my daughter for some ice cream. So appreciate you guys stopping by, and until next time. Later. Oh, and thank you, mods, again. All the mods for sticking around and making sure chat was going okay. So all right, thanks again, guys. See you.